2-5-1. If we're doing it in open position, this is with a D shape right there. G7, 1. D minor, G7, 1. D minor, G7, 1. You could do a close position of that. These voicings start to really help you because now you can pretty much 2-5 anywhere you want. Right? I could 2-5 wherever I want, really. Alright, we're going to do 2-5-1s, right? And the two most common ways to 2-5 on a guitar in terms of position and where we're at on the fretboard. But in essence, if you haven't watched the Diatonic Harmony lecture, watch that so you understand, the chords in a major scale. And we know that from that lecture, 2 is always minor, 5 is a 7 chord, and we know that the 1 goes to major 7. These are all in the key, so you can kind of see it's all in the major scale. 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, 7. So we know just 2 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord. And when we do that, we're going to do that in the open position. We get D minor 7, G7, right? C major 7. So D minor is the 2. Once we do that, we get 2 chord, 5 chord, 1 chord, but instead of triad, we drop that major 7 down, right? So by doing that, we get 7 chords. That's kind of open position, using basic chord shapes that we know. Now remember, these are all diatonic to every key, so 2-5-1 proves to be very important. The 5-1, this 5-1 is very strong. It's the strongest tonal cadence. And then what we end up doing is combining it with a 2-5-1, which is sounds very nice. It has a cycle 5 movement, right? So we have D minor can also be played there though. G7, C major 7. Okay, so the way I like to explain this to people is, when your root starts on the A string, you can go down to the E string and then back to the A string to resolve. That's one form, very common. There's obviously others, but this is the 2 most easiest ways. Well, now if we want, we can put the D minor starting with the root on the E string, so E shape first. So we get D minor 7, right? D minor 7, G7, C major 7. So, that's the same progression as, you can hear the voicing is a little bit different, right? Because the top note is a tad bit different. So that's our 2-5-1 from the E string, right? It's a little out of the picture, but if you check out the book, you can see that. Look the same as this. 2, 5, 1. And I think I even do a different version of the 5, which can be, I think that's in layer 2. So you can check that out, see if it helps. But again, a recap, a 2-5-1, if we're doing it in open position, this is with a D shape right there. G7, 1. D minor, G7, 1. D minor, G7, 1. You could do a close position of that. Would be something like that. So these voicings start to really help you because now you can pretty much 2-5 anywhere you want. So no matter what key you're in, you're going to know if you have to do A. Well, I know A is right here. So if I'm doing it in the key of G, right? And I need to do a 2-5-1 to G. I can also do that. I can also do it up here. Right? So it's just the different versions. There was a 9. That's very common because look how physical that is. It's kind of nice to play. So and I'm just going out chromatically in the same shape. But see how the 2 5s can basically take you anywhere. Right? I could 2 5 wherever I want, really. And the reason is you're using, the 5 1 is the most, strongest tonal cadence. So by 2 5ing to the 1, you're using them both a minor chord, using minor, dominant, and major. So you're using all 3 different chord qualities. Very common. Sounds really nice. Cycle 5 movement, right? All in the key. So stays true to every major scale. So you start to see this everywhere. So 2 5 1s are very important. That's obviously not the only way to play 2 5s, but that's the easiest way to kind of get you started to play 2 5 1s if you're reading a chord chart or something, right? So that's kind of how I think about it. Again, there's more, but you can go into some of the other lectures and see some of the other ways of 2 5 and basically just using different voicings, right? All right, I hope this helps. 2 5 mania.
It's life coupled back